My name is Francois, I'm a GDP working up in Leeds. I've been doing aligners for about 7-8 years now. I've used a lot of different systems. I've used Invisalign, I've used SureSmile Aligners, CFast. We've been using SureSmile for about 2 years now, and coming up to about 150 cases with SureSmile, and last year I was asked to be one of their key opinion leaders. So I've been doing a little bit of teaching for SureSmile around the country, and the latest thing I've been involved with is their Peers orthodontic group, which is a group designed to promote orthodontic teaching in the UK and to bring a like-minded group of people together to promote that orthodontic knowledge. So, as I say, I've been using aligners for a long time before I started using SureSmile, and what I found was that a lot of systems did some things well and some things not so well, and I never really found a system that did it all until I came across SureSmile, which is basically a one-stop shop for orthodontic provision. So not only have you got the standard aligner platform, but you've got things like indirect bonding, where you can send in simulations and get indirect bonding trays for fixed brackets. You can carry out things like DIY, where you set up your own simulations, which means that you're not hit with a big lab bill, and you can either pass that saving on to the patient or you can increase your profits, or both. Predictability of the system, and what I found was with some of the other systems I was spending a lot of time carrying out refinements just because of the design of the aligners. With SureSmile, I've drastically reduced the number of refinements I was doing. I didn't really know whether it was because of my knowledge or because of patient compliance, but now that I've got SureSmile, I can vary the design of the aligners based to customize it to the patient's needs, and I've found that that has really improved my workflow because I'm not spending as much time kind of redoing scans and redoing refinements. One of my other favourite things is the workflow. So part of the reason I switched over was because some of the systems that I was using were creating difficulties with submitting scans. We just upgraded our scanners to the new Prime scan, and it felt like a backward step to start using the old scanner or submitting analog impressions. So switched to Prime Scan, and it's just made a huge difference to the workflow. It's just absolutely seamless, and patients love it. So they love seeing their own teeth on the screen. They can see little bits of tooth wear, little bits of crowding, and the treatment just sells itself. When I started SureSmile, it was a really personalised experience. My SureSmile specialist basically walked me through everything to do with the software, and she was basically just at the end of a text, so if I had any issues I could just text her and she was on it straight away. So it was a really nice personalised experience, which I'd not had before with some other systems. When I first started, basically I was put through a IAS Academy course with Tiff Qureshi for the basics of aligners. I was already pretty experienced with aligners, but it was really nice to kind of go through that specific to SureSmile so that you can see how to work the system and how to work the software. And for those new users who are starting, SureSmile have got a whole kind of range of courses with IAS Academy to walk them through that process. There's also a massive library of online videos to show people how to use the software, how to submit cases, case selection, all that kind of thing. And I did spend a lot of time going through all of that material online. For me, one of my favourite things must be the flexibility of the system. So not only the flexibility of when you're submitting cases, which option to go for, but also the ordering options. So when you submit a case, you've got either DIY, where you can submit and make your own simulations, so it saves you kind of a big lab fee for those little cases that don't need many aligners. Or you've got the advanced platform, which is where you can carry out more complex, for example, wax-ups or restorative treatment planning, like implant treatment planning. And you've also got IDB, so you can send in your photos and scans as normal and then get back stents to fit fixed brackets on. But one of my favourite things is the customization within the software. So some of the other systems that I used, you basically send in your scans and photos, and then the technicians do the work for you, and then you kind of get a simulation back and then have to go through loads of changes to create what you're looking for in your treatment plan. With SureSmile, you can go into all the settings, change them and customize them to what you want. So it means that every time you submit a case, the cases come back from the technicians already a lot closer to what you want. So you then don't have to go through as many changes to get it to the perfect plan. And people who do a lot of aligners will know that there's a lot of work outside of the surgery, modifying treatment plans, doing it at lunch, after work, and it just really streamlines the process, meaning that you just don't have to spend as much time doing it. My next favourite thing needs to be the variable trim height, because this is absolutely critical for certain more difficult cases. You've got the option for either 2mm straight trim line all the way down to scalloped margins, and it means that you're customizing the design of the tray to each patient. You're not doing a one-size-fits-all, same design of aligner for each patient. You're customizing it for that patient, and it's given me much more predictable results. So for more difficult cases like the increased overbites, or you can go for a straight higher trim line, and it gives you that predictability. Or if you've got a lot of rotations or lots of crowding and kind of spaces, you can go for the scallop trim line, and it means that you're making each treatment plan bespoke to that patient. So the Prime scanner has just made things a lot more efficient. It means that I know that if I come to the end of a consultation, it'll literally take me 2 minutes to scan a patient if they're wanting to go ahead with treatment, and I'm not having to get them back in for a separate appointment to take records. And it also means that if I come to the end of the treatment, or if I need refinements, I can literally take a 2-minute scan in a short appointment, and I'm not having to get them back. So it's made the workflow a lot more efficient, and the quality of the scans is incredible. So I know that when the aligners come back, the fit is spot on every time. Patients also absolutely love it, so they love seeing their teeth on the screen. You can go through their malocclusion with them, you can show them the crowding, and then show them what their teeth will look like with the simulation. What I've realised is that aligners are really efficient from a chair time point of view, because a lot of the work that goes into aligners is all in the planning, and none of the planning happens while the patient's in the chair. So I do it with a coffee at lunch. It means that you can see more patients because patients aren't taking up that chair time. And they're also really efficient because a lot of the planning is done digitally, and you can remote monitor as well. So it really minimises the chair time. What I've also realised is that aligners are a gateway into other treatments. So not only is there a massive demand for patients wanting aligners, but they also want the treatments that are associated with them after. So they want the whitening, the composites, the porcelain veneers, and it just opens up the gate to a lot of other restorative treatments as well. And specifically with SureSmile, I found that my time is just a lot more efficient because of the predictability of those aligners. I'm spending way less time doing refinements at the end, and it means that I'm then able to see more patients because I've got more chair time. As I say, last year I became one of the key opinion leaders for SureSmile, and what I would say is it's really helped me connect with loads of other clinicians from all over the country and like-minded people. I've been kind of travelling to Scotland, London, all over doing various courses and talks, and met a lot of amazing people along the way, and it's really helped me improve my profile as well. And when patients know that I kind of do bits of teaching, it really helps with the confidence that they've got you in the treatments as well.